As you can see in this system of equations, we have 6x minus 2y equals 18 and 6x minus 7y equals 3. Remember, it's important when we're eliminating to have two variables with like numbers in front of them. As you can see, that's what we have with the x's. There's a 6 in front of the first one and a 6 in front of the second one. However, we also have to have either opposite operations or opposite signs in front of those coefficients. We do not have that in this instance, as both of these 6's happen to be positive numbers. So I'll need to choose at this point to make one of them into a negative. To make one into a negative, I simply need to multiply it by -1. I can pick which equation I want to multiply by -1, and I'm going to simply pick to choose the second equation here. So I'm going to multiply the entire second equation by -1. Some of you will struggle with this concept, so at this point it might be a good idea to change subtraction into adding the opposite. So instead of minus 7y, I'm going to make that read plus -7y. Remember, when you're multiplying an equation by a number, you multiply each number in the equation by that number. So 6 is going to change into -6 when I multiply it by -1. -7 is going to turn into 7 when I multiply it by -1. And 3 is going to change into -3 when I multiply it by -1. All my other symbols stay the same. So the plus sign drops down, as well as the equal sign. So I now need to use the top and bottom equations when solving here. So for the moment, I'm going to erase this middle equation, the one I just took the time to change. And now I can start the elimination process because I now have two variables with like numbers but opposite operations in front of those. So I add 6x and -6x. That's the term that eliminates. Remember, if I cover that up, that's like -2y plus 7y, which when added together make 5y. And if you're struggling with that concept, you would want to do the same thing in this top equation. Change subtraction into adding the opposite. And 18 and -3 make 15. Bring down my equal sign, and now I need to solve the equation 5y equals 15. I solve the equation 5y equals 15 by dividing across by 5. When I divide across by 5, I get the fact that y equals 3. I now have half my solution. I'm now going to write in back my original equation that I erased a few moments ago. I'm going to write back into the problem 6x minus 7y equals 3. Now at this point we have a decision to make. We can choose to go back to the first equation or the second equation, the original first equation or the original second equation. And in that choice we need to change y into a 3. So at this point I'm going to choose to work with the top equation simply because I can. So I have 6x minus 2y equals 18, but I need to change y into 3. So the equation reads 6x minus 2 times 3 equals 18. I can simplify 2 times 3 and change this into 6x minus 6 equals 18. Now, in solving this equation, the first thing I would need to do then is to add 6 to both sides of the equal sign. And when I do that, I have 6x equals 24. Remember, opposite side, opposite operation. And now I need to figure out 6 times what makes 24. Well, 6 times 4 makes 24, so x must be 4. And now I have all the information I need to write my solution. X equals 4, y equals 3, or the solution can be written with the ordered pair 4, 3.